Things like law school, medical school, and MBA programs. Any year is a tough year to get into them, but this year could be even harder.
I have never seen anything like the outpouring of interest, encouragement.
That's Dr. Peter Buckley, Dean of VCU's Medical School, reacting to a recent report from the Association of American Medical Colleges showing an 18% increase this year in med school applications across the country. Other programs are seeing a bump too, says education consultant Steve Goodman.
We're averaging about 20% growth for the leading MBA schools. And then nationwide on the law school front, we're seeing about a 30% jump.
So why is this happening? In part, an economy weakened by COVID.
Yes, generally speaking, when the job market is down, graduate applications go up.
And that means getting into these schools could be even more competitive than usual. So is there any good news for applicants? Suzanne Ortega from the Council of Graduate Schools, which represents master's and MBA programs, says yes. Given all of the challenges of 2020, admissions teams may be more likely to look at students' life experiences as well as test scores when choosing their next class.
Students approaching graduate school will be encountering, I'm going to call it a more humane and holistic process.
One important caveat to keep in mind with all of this, application season is still ongoing, which means most of this data is still preliminary. The final word on how all of this shakes out probably won't be until 2021. In Georgetown, Zach Merchant, WSA 9.